It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It's one of those once-in-a-lifetime events, so when it's offered to you, you take advantage of it.
It's the Dalai Lama. That's, I mean, what else can you ask for? That's great.
After months of planning and anticipation, thousands of William and Mary students, faculty, staff, and members of the public gathered to hear the 14th Dalai Lama speak. He addressed a range of topics, most notably human compassion.
We're listening to one of the great spiritual and political leaders, of our time. So, not going in with any preconceived notions, just want to sit back, listen, and think about what he has to say.
People here in line right behind me have been waiting for hours for the opportunity of a lifetime, the chance to hear words of wisdom from the Dalai Lama.
I hope that he gives us some wisdom that we can use when we graduate from here.
Enlightenment. I have to come out of here with a big smile of enlightenment.
But all the waiting seemed worth it as His Holiness walked on the Kaplan Arena stage Wednesday. The political and spiritual leader of Tibet made sure to wear a William and Mary visor throughout his speech and during the question and answer session that followed.
I'm really very, very happy and great honor speak and as one of the oldest school after Harvard. This is
The Dalai Lama told the audience he believes people place too much emphasis on social status and differences rather than similarities.
I feel many trouble which we are facing is our own creation. And these, our own created problem, actually with too much emphasis on secondary level of differences, including religious faith. If we go the fundamental level, we are same human being.
His Holiness then told the audience that everyone has the right to achieve a happy life, but each person must show compassion to realize happiness.
Our joyfulness very much depends on the rest of the community. So that's the basis of our happy future. So you have to take care about that.
He believes the key to a bright future is to first find inner peace.
Keep warmth here, warm-heartedness. That brings inner strength. That reduces fear. That reduces frustration, like that. So, more compassionate heart here. It is very possible to keep your mind calm.
The Dalai Lama resides in India, where he has lived in exile since 1959. When asked what advice he could give students to help manage stress, he said they must continue to persevere, just like he did after China invaded Tibet in 1949.
At the age 16, I lost my own freedom. At the age 24, I lost my own country. Now last over 53 years remain as a refugee. A lot of problems and heartbreaking news from our own homeland. But I always, keep my enthusiasm, my willpower.
Despite the many challenges His Holiness has faced, the Nobel Prize recipient has still maintained a good sense of humor.
Sort of joke or teasing, particularly those young ladies here. You see, you spend a lot of money for cosmetic. Some people, you see, there's some green, put some green color here. That looks very strange. So, the cosmetic makes external beauty. The real beauty is internal beauty.
And just as he began his speech discussing the world's challenges today, His Holiness urged the audience to make a difference in the world. He believes people should view compassion as a secular practice rather than a religious one.
If you examine what's the real message of these different religious traditions, as I mentioned before, all teach us love, compassion, tolerance, forgiveness, and self-discipline and contentment.
His Holiness shared many pieces of advice with the audience today, but the piece of advice that resonated most with William and Mary students was to remain optimistic and enthusiastic through challenging times. At William and Mary Hall, I'm Lauren Stevenson for Tribe Update.